Dylan, that your first sort of session that you've been involved in?
Yeah.
Nice to be a part of it all?
Yeah, it's good. Just getting acclimated with the facility a little bit, seeing how everything's operating, seeing the practice, getting together with the guys on the court, and watching the practice so far. It's good.
Every year we ask the new import, have you seen Bryce Cotton in action? Did you see him in action today, and was he impressed?
Yeah, I was actually able to catch their last preseason game when I touched down on Sunday, and he was impressive. Obviously, can score the ball really well. It's got a good feel, knack for the game, can shoot it, and is able to get his teammates involved really well. So, yeah, impressive player for sure.
What can we expect from you? You come with a big reputation. What can we expect?
Yeah, obviously, I like to shoot the deep ball, get a lot of threes up, space the floor, run in transition, crash the offensive and defensive glass, and just kind of bring overall energy and kind of just fill any gaps they might have and just help everybody around me.
What do you know about this Wildcats team from, say, last year that you think you can add to the team this year? Because there hasn't been a huge amount of change, you wouldn't have thought.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't followed the NBL much recently. I did a little bit of research before I signed and just kind of a little bit about how they did last year. I saw they finished second in the regular season and then fell short in the playoffs, but haven't been able to watch too much film or anything. But like I said, I feel like I do a pretty good job just kind of fitting in wherever I'm at, and obviously shooting is at a premium in basketball around the world today. And rebounding, I saw they struggled on the defensive glass last year. I think they finished last in the league. So, I think throughout college I averaged, double-digit rebounds, and it's something that I excel at. So I think I can help them there.
You had 33 rebounds in one game.
Yeah.
How do you get 33 rebounds? Some blokes don't get that for the season.
Yeah. It's a lot of it's just a mentality, being able to beat guys to the spot, crashing every time. It's really, you got to have a high motor to be able to have 33 rebounds. So. It's definitely something that's not going to happen every night, but hopefully I can do it again sometime. It's just you got to have a knack for following the ball off the rim, and just you got to have a high motor.
Are you a better shooter or a rebounder? What would you say there?
I'd say shooter. Yeah, shooter. That's kind of what I've done my whole life, and then kind of developed into being a good rebounder as part of that. Something I kind of grown into as I've gotten physically stronger and more endurance. So shooting I've always had my whole life, and then kind of developed a knack for rebounding the ball.
I only missed one.
About 3 or 4.
Oh, okay, no worries. Did you ask me about if they get back to the NBA?
No.
No, did you come here with the belief that this club can help you get back to the NBA?
Yeah, for sure. I've seen a lot of guys come from this league and get to the NBA or go back to the NBA from this league. So I know a lot of scouts are watching. It's high-level basketball that has a good reputation around the NBA. So, obviously the ultimate goal is to get back to the NBA for me. But now that I'm here, I'm bought into this program and this organization. I want to help them win as many games as I can. And if getting back to the NBA is a byproduct of that, then that's awesome.
The coach said that he bumped into you in the summer league. You've been chatting for a long time before that you actually agreed to come. What were you tossing up in your own mind about where to play, what to do?
I spoke to Coach at Summer League for the first time. He approached me after one of our games. I guess he was following closely on all our games and thought I could be the missing piece for this team. And just talks continued with him and my agency, and did a little bit of more research and thought it would be a good fit for me as a player. And like I said, the league's got a lot of respect. It's got a lot of good players in it. So, I thought it would be a good fit and a good stepping stone for the rest of my career.
You've had that stint in the G League.
Yep.
Why did you choose this NBL as opposed to sitting back in that again and having a crack?
Yeah, I've done several stints in the G League, and it's been good. But I was looking for a different style of basketball, and looking forward to traveling somewhere else in the world. I've never been to Australia, so I heard it's a beautiful place, and Perth's a beautiful place. So to be able to check off all those boxes and play some good basketball and be in a good organization, just kind of took that all into consideration.
Do you expect to play in Japan straight away, like you play game 1, 2, 3 all the way through?
Not sure yet. Came off of tweaking an ankle a few weeks ago playing. Nothing major, but we're working in ramping back up to full speed. Obviously the main focus is being ready for game 1 of the NBL season, but definitely want to be able to get some preseason games in to get some reps and be able to play with the guys a little bit before the first game of the season. But just continue to take it day by day, and we'll see where that first preseason game comes in.
You've done some crazy travel in your NBA time. Have you done anything crazier than fly to Australia for 2 days so you can then fly to Japan?
No, this is definitely by far the craziest travel schedule I've ever had. Flying 4.5 hours to San Francisco, and then 16 to Melbourne, and then another 4 to over here to Perth, and then 2 days later having to go 9 or 10 to Japan. It's a pretty crazy travel schedule. So luckily the time change isn't too big from here to Japan. So hopefully I can get back on schedule a little bit. But yeah, it's been tough dealing with the jet lag a little bit initially getting here. But no, I'm excited to go to Japan.
And just from a professional performance perspective, like that's a long way to fly. That's what, 30 hours or something stupid in a couple of days. Like that would be against you playing pretty early too, I would have thought.
Yeah, for sure. So for sure, definitely that travel and not sleeping great the first few days here. Kind of take all that into consideration. Don't want to jump into anything too quick and then set you back. If something happens. So we're taking precautions, making sure my body's good, and just kind of taking the steps to ramp up back into play, considering all the travel.
Brilliant.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Yeah. Yep.